Why start a business? Right, why do you want to start a business?
To be independent.
Independent, yeah. Be your own boss. Any other reasons?
Make money.
Fantastic. Yeah, make money. We all want to make money, and there's no capped earning potential in your own business. More reasons.
Providing a service.
Provide a service, yeah, if it's something that you're passionate about. And you know, there's a lot of social enterprises out there as well. Like people that aren't necessarily in it to make money; they just want to provide the service of something that they are passionate about. Can't run of 2 reasons before we move on.
Feel free without the boss about our okay.
Sorry.
Feel free without the boss about our okay.
Exactly. Yeah, you can manage your own time. You know, essentially, you can take your holidays when you want to take them, unless you go into the hospitality industry like me and you can't have your weekends or bank holidays or any nice time off and you have to work nights. But yeah, that aside, that's a very good reason. Most of the reasons we get, be your own boss, which is what you guys have come out with, to be in control, make your own decisions, independence, freedom, flexibility, creativity. Having your own business does give you a chance to be creative, I can assure you. Recognition as well. If you have, for instance, a shop or a bar, or you know, you just generally own a business in any place, people know that. You get credibility like instantly. Oh yeah, that's so-and-so who has thingy-majig. So you do get a lot of recognition in a lot of states, and obviously as your business kind of moves up that scale, you get more recognition, like good old Mr. Branson. Quality of life, yeah, that's something which can be interpreted in a lot of ways. Some businesses, for instance, you can start off by working at home. You don't need commercial premises in the first instance. So yeah, you can have more quality of life, more freedom. That sort of goes out a lot to people who have families and children and want to dictate the time they spend with them, as is work-life balance. Greater security, make lots of money, and great satisfaction as well. So there's some of the things which usually come back to us when we ask people why they want to set up. Okay, things to think about when you're starting a business. Starting a business can be quite lonely. You know, you don't have necessarily have your colleagues around you and works night out, and you know, you need to make sure you've got support of the people you love, your friends, your family, to be there by your side. And also as well, I mean, in some cases, if a spouse or a partner has quite a prestigious profession, they may think that starting a business would lack some kind of status for some reason. So it's handy to have them behind you. But then again, do you need it? Or could you be quite adequate doing it on your own? So it is always good to get thoughts from other people and some input as well. I mean, you might even want financial help from your parents, who knows. But again, Business Link is somebody who can be there for you. And yeah, do think about who you can ask for help and support. A sound business idea. Right. Something that people want to buy. If you're entering a market where a product or a service does exist, then essentially it's tried and tested, isn't it? You know, other people have done the research for you because customers are buying the product. So you know, to a certain degree, it's got a very good chance of succeeding. Also, while it is possible for somebody who's not a hairdresser to set up a hair salon, it's not always the best idea. You know, you kind of need to make sure that you're capable of doing what the business does. A, so that you can make sure the job's being done properly, and B, if you have a hair salon or a garage and you're not a mechanic and your staff's off sick, who's going to cover? You know, you should have the staff there to cover you. And a unique selling point as well. Anita Roderick said that every business should have a unique selling point, and if you don't have one, find a church, run around it, go up to the top of the spire, shout from the hilltops, and until you've got one. So obviously, unique selling point as well, good point. And also you can make money at a sound business idea. You want to do something that you enjoy, because boredom and tediousness will demoralise you. So you need to do something you're interested in. Will your idea work? What better way of testing it than through a SWOT analysis? Very, very good analytical tool, one that I'm sure that you've all used at some point. And what you need to do is you need to look at your strengths and build upon them. You need to look at your weaknesses and address them, flip them into strengths. What you'll find is most weaknesses can actually be addressed through skills training. You want to exploit your opportunities and try and flip your threats into opportunities. The strengths and weaknesses element is internal to your business, whereas the opportunities and threats are external. Generally things that you can't necessarily control, but you can and you can't. There are certain threats that you can flip into an opportunity. For instance, at the moment, everybody's quite aware of the current economic climate, which is a threat to a lot of businesses. But that doesn't mean that they're all following in Woolworths' footsteps. I mean, the likes of Travelodge are set to build 300 new hotels this year, because domestic tourism is actually on the up. Not as many people are going abroad, prefer to holiday in this country, which is also why Pontins have been on the news for recruiting more blue coats. Another example, Alan Sugar. He says that once you decide to work for yourself, you'll never go back to work for somebody else. Which I'm not a very good example of that, because I work for Business Link, but I still have the bar, but I choose to work for Business Link because I want to come and speak to people like yourselves and try and pass some of the knowledge on that I've learned and encourage you to start your businesses of your own. But yeah, he will be the first person to admit that he has made lots of mistakes in the past, but none of them have knocked him, and he's always kind of got back in the saddle and persevered with it. So a prime example of dedication